Yeah. The Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in. Yeah. The Joe Lockett Show. You ready to be entertained, educated? A little stimulation for your brain. Lock it in. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to laugh? Are you ready to love? Lock it in. Lock it in. Yeah. The Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in. Lock it in. Yeah. The Joe Lockett Show. It's the Joe Lockett Show.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joe Lockett. You gotta lock into your favorite evening, right? It's your boy Joe Lockett. How y'all doing out there, man? Come on in, y'all. Come on in. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. How y'all doing? It's your boy Joe Lockett. I need a little volume on my microphone. I need a little bit volume on my microphone. There we go. Yeah. What is up? What is up, everybody? What's up, Jeremy? What's up, Mike Clinton? What's up, Kimberly? Hurt, Monique, Kimberly's in the building. Rachel, how you doing? Monique in the building. I appreciate y'all, man. Shirley, how you doing? Great Rita, Knuckles, how you doing? Oh, she called me handsome. You, hey, what's that little boy say on TikTok? Don't call me handsome unless you want to give me some of that. Now, but no. Who said that? You know, see the little thing what the little boy say? Don't call me handsome unless you give me some of that hair. No,
I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that?
I have not seen that.
Who's seen that? Hey, how's it going, Shaw? Hey, Impress. Who's seen that? Nobody done seen that on. I think I seen it on TikTok or Instagram. The little white kids say, "They don't call me handsome unless you're gonna give me some of that." I'll show it to you when we get up.
Bet.
What's up, Dave? How you doing today?
I'm good.
You've been quiet today, man. Everything all right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You sure?
I'm trying to get this sound off.
Huh?
I'm trying to get this sound.
Tam's in the house. Erica B's in the building. You know, and you know, people don't know how important it is to have a producer. I'm not going to even say a lie. It is very important to have a producer that's going to produce your show, like run the cameras and the sound, and you know, because he's tinkering with stuff right now. At the end of the day, after while I'm doing, because when I'm doing a show by myself, I am the host and the producer and the cameraman, and our cameras pretty much run themselves. They do because we can put them on. It's so great about these cameras that we got in the studio. They can run themselves. I like those cameras. Oh yeah. So our camera's fire. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. What's up, Towns, baby? Up in T-Town. Man, today was a good day. Hey, Tina, how's it going? I've been working on some stuff behind the scenes.
Testing. There we go. Yeah, it's just the big speaker. I was like, it's gonna irritate me.
Well, I couldn't hear myself. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said my sound is off, man.
But I was like, you turned up. I can't get you up. No, how? We gonna be squeaking them. But it was the speaker. The speaker was low. It be the simple stuff.
Be the boss in the building.
It be the simple stuff, man.
It does. And you know something? Here's the thing. You do it often. You study this stuff. Imagine when you're not here and something goes wrong. And I'm trying to troubleshoot doing the show. A lot of times they hear me say bump it. It's off today. That ain't gonna happen today. Y'all gonna have to see the upload because I'm not fooling with it. Hey, man, when you're on your own show, you have technical difficulty. What's up, Deborah? Today's been a great day for me today. I've been working on some stuff behind the scenes and I'm slowly rolling it out. And thanks for everybody. If you guys saw today, that was an article written on me from the Birmingham Times. I want to thank Keisha Sharp, one of the head writers over there, hit me up and wrote a story on your boy Joe Lockett about being an influence in radio and right here in Birmingham, Alabama, and all the things that I've done abroad and stuff like that. So Keisha, very well written piece, I have to say. When I read what I told her over a phone interview, you look back to your life, man, it's like, man, I can't believe I did all this stuff. Like, I'm reading it, but I'm like, who is that guy that I'm reading? Like you read other people's stuff, like, wow, he did a lot of stuff. I'm reading my article and like, damn, I did all that? Man, I have done a lot of stuff. And there's some stuff that I still didn't put in there. that like my TV show that I did, that stuff is not in there. It's
So
like,
he was being humble.
no, when we were talking about radio. So I didn't think about the TV show that I had created and started my own TV show on TV. I had my own TV show and I owned it. So I've always been in the business of owning. And when me and her was talking, she was like, wow. So Birmingham Times, thank you so much. If you guys want to read it, it's up on Facebook, at Joe Lockett Show or Joe Lockett. You guys can find it out there on those platforms. So Birmingham Times, thank you, man. You guys don't have to. You could have picked anybody in the Alabama area, and you picked your boy Joe Lockett out of all the people to feature for the February edition of your newspaper. Thank you, and to the awesome Keisha Shop for writing a great piece on me. I do appreciate you on that. So thank you guys so much for that. And for everybody that's out there sending me thank yous, I'm going to try to make sure on that article I go back and thank everybody personally, because almost everybody on there I do know, and either I work with them or work with them in some shape, form, or fashion throughout the years. And so as I'm working on some other stuff, this is a launch to some other stuff that's going to be coming here pretty soon. So thank you guys so much for that. Anyway, what's up, nephew? I need to get that out of the way.
You need to get what out the way?
I need to talk about,
Yeah, do your thing. Do your thing.
So everything all right with you today, man? You good?
I had a normal day.
Well, hey, Erica.
Yeah, I had a normal day. I ain't get wrote about in the Birmingham Times, but you know what I mean? I had a normal day.
Hate really bad. You know what I'm saying? Hate that's coming from over there. So
you cook.
I took on. It was giving thanks.
Yeah, let you cook up the thanks and Thanksgiving.
But hey, ain't nobody wrote that no me.
Somebody needs to hang on it down to me, man.
Thank you, Christy. But what I'm saying is, your time coming. Trust me.
I feel it.
Your time coming, son. You know what I mean?
But we talking about your time right now. We talking about your time.
Man, listen.
Because you showtime, right?
Yes, sir. All
yes,
that, man, listen. What's about to happen in the next few months? Y'all think I'm showtime now. All I'm gonna say is thanks to everybody that's working with me behind the scenes. For the few people that is aware of what I'm working on, I'm gonna let you guys in on it. But I don't have signed deals yet and contracts in place. But just know that this podcast is the beginning of a whole lot of other things that's going to be bringing other people into the fold, and you're going to be seeing me in different shapes and forms and different platforms in different ways. That's all I can say on that.
Speaking of platforms, TikTok just asked me, how did you feel watching this live?
That you're actually on?
That I'm actually on. This is hilarious. I'm positive.
Hey, so
I'm positive.
I hope you be positive about it.
Yeah, positive. Don't put negative.
Don't get us shut down. You know, I'm gonna get some of our material, right?
Oh my.
All right, guys. So how you guys doing out there, man? We got a lot to get into the show today, nephew. And nephew, I got some questions that I need to ask you.
Ask me?
Ask you. You know, once you
like, is it gonna pertain to me or just as a?
It's gonna pertain to.
Just to ask somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. Ask yeah. You got anything that you want to talk about on the show today?
Not right now. Mm-hmm. We do need to go ahead because we said we was gonna do it. We do need to
we can do that Friday.
Back to what's night.
I want to do that Friday.
You want to do that Friday?
Friday, because that's tomorrow. So let's do that on Friday. It's a fun day. We can talk about the best R&B singers you're talking about. Right?
All right, bet.
Top 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, let's do that on Friday.
All right. No, I ain't got nothing to talk about. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even look at the news today.
How you gonna come in and do a 2-hour show? So you be just depending on me to carry the show.
Not all the time, but some of the time. Hey, hold on, sir. It's called the Joe Lockett Show.
So what if I didn't have a topic today? We'll be screwed the whole hell.
We just gonna talk to each other.
So this is how unprepared podcast is. So when you ever see people doing the talk show, they're looking at each other and they're asking each other questions.
Yeah, they feeding off each other.
They don't know
what they're talking about.
They don't know where the hell the show to go, or somebody forgot their thought or where they wanted to go with the show, and you're trying to remember.
And you rock with it. If you're gonna go sink down.
Oh, Chris said, don't worry about it. Chris said, don't worry about it. Your order, we'll help you. They'll give us some topics. See, one thing I say about the Joe Lockett audience, man, we one of the strongest audience out there in the world when it comes to participation and having a good positive talk for 2 hours a day, bro. We killing the game right now. We're doing numbers right now between 800 and 1,500 per day on the Joe Lockett Show. That's on social media. So I thank everybody for that, man. And those numbers are not fudged. That's between Facebook, Instagram, not Instagram, but YouTube and TikTok. We're getting between 800 to 1,500 people to watch our show. And the show is steadily growing. So thank you guys so much. TikTok, the audience is growing. And I want to say this before I get into the show. If you're getting ready to start your podcast or you're getting ready to do something in the social media realm, y'all, you're not going to get viral numbers in the beginning. Are you, nephew? No. You're not going to get the big numbers, but I will tell you guys this. It's going to grow small, incrementally, right? You're going to grow, but it's going to take time. As you get better, your content gets better, your audience gets bigger. As you get more confidence in what you want to do in whatever you're doing on social media, your audience will get bigger. So don't be afraid if you want to jump into the realm of being a content creator. I talked to a friend of mine today, and I told him, right, don't go buy fancy equipment. Pick up your phone. What do I always say, nephew? Pick up your phone and do it with your cell phone. Yep. You know what I'm saying? That is the quickest way to get into content creation. The microphones, the ambience that we have here and spending the money on cameras and stuff like that, that is not necessary to be a content creator in social media. People don't care how fancy you look. People want to know what you are talking about. If your content is interesting, you can do your podcast from your car every single day and you can get 3,000 to 4,000 people watching you. People don't care where you are. They care about what you're saying. Okay, they care about what you're doing, right? So that's a what you call it? I'm gonna say just dear to this a note from the GED section. So I'll say this is Joe Lockett, and that's a note from the sofa of Joe Lockett Show.
I say podcast for dummies.
Podcast for dummies? I don't want to call out audience dummies though. I know what you mean by that, but this is a note from the sofa of Joe Lockett.
I even call them smart.
They are smart. They listen to the Joe Lockett Show. It's smart.
Oh, that's a smart decision.
That's a smart decision to listen to us. You sit here every single day, bro, and chime in with us for 2 hours. That's a smart thing to do.
Smart decision.
Because I can honestly believe this. If people listen to our show and they're single, they have gotten something from our show. Have y'all not? Have y'all not gotten something from our show on the way to think about something, way to articulate something, or just figure out something about yourself? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? B the Boss said she's getting ready to do it. Okay. B the Boss said yes. Everybody's saying yes. So that's what that's what I love about this show here. And I learned when I came into this podcasting world, nephew, was when we was on radio, we talked. But on this show, we always have a point to the conversation because on radio, I think we did more news-driven topics, right? But when we came to this podcast, I said I wanted to affect people more. So I try to talk about things that when people have these situations in their lives, sometimes it's the first time and they don't know how to think about them. And so now hopefully that when you do these things or you see the guy or you see emotions or you hear certain words or you see certain things from people, you're like, oh, I know what that is. Oh, you ain't gonna catch me with the okie doke on that. Nah, I'm out of here. Oh, he really liked me. Okay, let me holler at him a little bit more. But today on the show, nephew, I got to ask you this question. Okay. It is 15 minutes of it. I appreciate you guys locking in. Hey, Shamel, how you doing, baby? Let's get into it, y'all. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Today's first topic on the deck is right here. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to ask you this question because this is something I see that people are beginning to talk about, and I don't know how I feel about it. I really don't know how I feel about it. If you're going on a date with a woman for the first time, okay. I'm not going to ask that question. I'm going to ask this question first. No, I'm going to ask you because I'm going to ask you your question first. Do you date a woman with kids?
Do I?
Yes. If you had a preference, would you date a woman with kids or no kids?
Oh, no. I mean that it depends. It depends on other variables, but I would date a woman with a kid.
Erica said, I've been thinking about a podcast. No one is having a conversation I want to have. Might as well be the change. So, Erica, what's the conversation that you really want to have, though? I love to know the conversation Erica like that, in the podcast. But I think you should start your own podcast, Erica. I think you'd be great at it. But what's the conversation you want to have, though? But while I'm waiting for Erica to get back to that, you say you would, if you had a preference, you got a single woman, you got a woman with kids.
Yeah.
You would date the one with the kids? One with the kid first?
Wait, hold on. You switching. Is it two women and it's one?
No, I'm saying, yeah. So if you had a preference, right? Would you date a woman with kids or without kids?
Without.
If a woman had kids, would that be a deterrent for you to date her?
No.
She had 2 kids, would it be a deterrent?
Maybe.
Erica said, I'm tired of dating conversations. What do you do when you're in a relationship, especially after 50? I had that conversation today if you want to. That's fine with me. So you said maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
So 3 kids.
No.
Okay, so 2 kids would be your max.
2 kids would be my max while I think about it.
Okay.
Well, I think about, you got 2 kids? Okay.
Okay, so ladies, I want you guys, ladies, to answer this question. Would you date someone, okay, that a man that had kids, right? And would you date a man that had 2 or more kids?
Yeah, I'm kind of with Eric on that. It's a lot of aspects of that.
Yeah, well, I take that topic of the day for. I mean, I do that topic today. So they're saying
what topic?
What do you do after you start dating after 50? I think she said.
No, she's talking about the other part. She with the same conversation.
Oh, okay. What do you do when you were dating this person after 50?
Yeah, put that in the top. With everybody else still on the other topic.
Grown and out the house. Okay, everybody said grown and out the house. Okay, so this brings me to the question that I want to ask. I want to ask you, right? And men. Okay, so this is what some men are finding themselves in the situation with now. That's dating 40 and maybe 50, but definitely in 30s and 40s. They're finding single women with kids, right? 1 or 2.
Wait, what? Single women?
Women with kids.
Okay.
Single women with kids. They have 1 or 2 kids, right? And so men are finding themselves in a situation where, it's a possibility that they may start dating a woman with kids. Okay. Question. Should a man pay for the babysitter?
What? Should the man pay for the babysitter?
If he's taking her on a date, should he pay for the babysitter?
No. No. What? Folks don't get interviewed and they just act like some wild good. No, the dude shouldn't pay for the babysitter.
I am so serious. A couple of females I know let dudes know off the rip. You want to take me on a date? Cash out me this much for the babysitter. Or they're not going on a date.
Oh, man. We just not going on a date. I mean, hey, I'm pretty sure with the women that the dude still did it. So
just like you said, always say.
Yeah, it's some guy that do it. Right. It's some guy that do it.
Come on now.
But me, I wish it would. No, I ain't do that.
So
yeah, we ain't meant to be.
So it's nothing wrong with the guy telling a woman, no, I'm not paying for your babysitter.
Not at all. He shouldn't even feel shame because he said no. I wish you was trying to shame. What? No. Get on. I don't even know you enough for me to even pay for a babysitter.
Now I'm with you. You know me. You know me. I'm totally with you, right? Because when she said this to me, right? And she sent so many cash app, that he sent the $60 or $70, for the babysitter.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, bro. Because I want to be talking about it if I ain't see it.
No, I was reading Erica Parks post.
Oh, what she said?
She said if you can't afford a babysitter,
you shouldn't be.
You don't
shouldn't
need to be dating.
I agree with you on that at all, bro. Nothing wrong. See, be the boss. That's what me and be the boss.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with
Be the
you.
boss. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I think that's a lot wrong with that.
Yeah, that's a lot wrong with that. Even if I did have money, I say hell no.
For me, as a man, if a woman say to me, and I've never dated you before, and you tell me I need money for my babysitter, I'm gonna leave you right where you sit.
I'm being honest with you. If you need a babysitter, then sit your ass at the house.
Yes, he should.
Your kid.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, he should pay.
No.
Okay.
I feel we going today. We gonna be heated.
That's not what I said, Joe. I said no.
Oh, okay. So
what
be the boss said no.
Okay. Did I read something wrong here? I guess I did. I see she said nothing wrong with that. That's what I read, be the boss. So I don't know if you said that. That's the comment that when I looked at my thing, you said nothing wrong with that.
Either way.
So yeah, that's what I read.
Either way.
A man should not pay for a babysitter. Okay. They don't date a woman with kids. Then don't date a woman with kids. Okay. but you see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
And you know is mature, right? And she's in her 60s. She just had a birthday. So she's saying you shouldn't date a woman with kids. And that's what the old girl was saying to me, right? You knew I got kids. So if you want to take me out tonight, right? I need a babysitter. So you need to pay for that babysitter.
I mean, if we can do that, then don't entertain folks if you got kids and they still in the house with you. Don't give off energy. like you want to go into different type of areas and different type of stuff. What you want to seek romance in a certain type of way. If you got kids, you can't leave the house. Hey, you know how wild that is to say? I see it the same way. If you say don't try to date a woman with kids. No, us dating different ways as long as we address it as us moving to another level.
Right.
It don't have to be just us going out. But if we have to go out, and I know I don't have that degree of responsibility for you yet, but we not even on terms where we claim each other. I'm not claiming you a babysitter for your kids. I more than likely never seen. Like, come on now. I'm not finna, that's a level of entitlement. I wish you would try to give to me. Yeah. You telling me I don't need to be dating because I can't afford your little babysitter? Then cool. I'm gonna just find another little heifer, a little broad, in your opinion,
right,
that will pay for her own babysitter,
right,
and we go and have a good time,
right?
Because she can take care
now.
of
I've been vilified, but when I tell men, right, don't date women with young kids, right?
I mean, if that's the same, everybody agree with that.
No. But what I'm saying is, wasn't Sharon in Nashville? But what I'm saying here is this part here. When you start to date women, right, you got to understand what you're getting yourself into, right, and what you're asking for. And I always tell a dude, if you want time with a woman and she got small kids, if her kid is under 10 years old, you're not going to get much time with her. True. You're not. If
she a real mama, like if she really with her kids for real, you're not gonna get
no time with her, right? And if she got 2 or more kids, if she got 2 kids, you definitely ain't gonna get no time with her, bro. Like I tell a woman, I do, bro. You cannot date a woman with 2 small kids. You cannot.
Okay, this is why I go with this.
Okay,
because it sound real bad, but mature people. Grown adults, take yourself out of this, okay? If you don't apply, let that crap fly, okay? But that's my caveat before I even go into this very bad statement, okay? If you don't apply, let that crap fly.
Why not what, Monique? Go ahead, because I'm not sure what you're asking, but go ahead.
What I was going to bring up is a lot of folks, even parents, maybe most folks would say female parents today, don't move like they really care about their kid for real. You say some?
Some though.
okay, I don't know about the older crowd that still got kids that's in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll separate that.
Okay.
From like 35 on up,
Uh-huh.
I can't speak for them. But 35 on down,
nah,
bro, that's almost majority. That's almost majority. It's rare in between. I even see girls around my age that do got kids that really is, they mama mode. And if they are mama mode, you know exactly what's up whenever they have a kid or their kid is mentioned around. Because they move like that.
And they should.
Which they should. But if it's a very distinct difference between the two. And perception wise, it looks like it's more that don't care than it is that do. From 35 on down, like I said, 35 on down. I can't speak for 35 and up.
Okay.
But on down, for a fact. I say that with my whole chest and standing on business.
All right, so I can't speak that because I try my best not to talk to women under 35 myself personally. But I'm gonna ask what Monique said, why you shouldn't date a woman with two or more kids.
I don't think it's definitive that you shouldn't date them, but if she has two kids or more, I would start looking at how she makes decisions a lot tighter than it would if she had one or none. I'm
not only that, but as a man, if you're looking at this woman, you need to know what the hell you want to do with that woman. If she got 2 kids or more, bro, and they're small kids, do you want to be a simulated stepdaddy? I'm just being honest. Because there's no way where she's going to be able to spend time with you and raise her kids. If you're new and she got to raise her kids, she got to spend time with her kids. And if she got custody of her kids, she ain't got a lot of time for you if she's raising kids, bro. She doesn't. You can get a date here and there, but her life is surrounded around those kids.
I mean,
so you're about to be a simulated stepdad, whether you want to or not.
If she is, she's gonna be real particular about her kids too.
You can parent, but it's very hard for a man to date a woman in the beginning and spend that quality time with her if she got 2 kids under 10.
Man, it's gonna sound bad. I'm not trying to parent or be any type of role model for a kid I don't have any degree of love or even.
We talking about like time spending with a relationship.
Yeah, if I don't have no relationship with your kid, don't expect me to be a parent or even be a real ideal role model.
But you shouldn't expect her to be a girlfriend if she's a parent.
No, yeah, you're right.
You can't expect her to be,
because she ain't got that time.
She ain't got that kind of time. You can't expect her to be the girlfriend that you may be looking for of a woman who got 1 kid or got no kids. She's gonna give you more time. She's more free, or got kids that are older. That's why I say you got to be careful. And I'm not demonizing women that got kids. I'm not. But I'm just saying realistically, life is life right now. When that man want to spend time with you, you want to go places. You're not gonna be going on trips with this man without your kids every time. You're not. You may go on 1 weekend excursion with your man, but if he want to go out and go do things, at some point you're not gonna want to leave your kids at home, mama. A good mom is not leaving their kids at home while she go out there and rumble up and down the road or get on airplanes with her man, her boyfriend. That's not happening. You see what I'm saying? Now, some women do it. But what I'm saying is, no.
And leave them right with grandma, boy.
But what I'm saying is, bro, that's what I'm saying, though. The good mamas, bro, they're not doing that. They may do that once or twice or here and there on the anniversary or whatever. But at some point, that mama is going to say, because kids going to want to, mama, can we go? Mama, I want to go on a trip with you. And that's a good mama, you know what I'm saying? That mama's going to want to take her babies on a trip also. So we're not going to even play with that. So like I said, unless when you're dating a woman that got small kids, you better be ready to be a simulated stepfather, because you're going to have to wind up to be with her. At some point, you're going to have to go on a family vacation, bro. You're going to have to go on a family vacation, whether you want to or not. Because she's going to demand that, because at some point the mama is going to feel like she's neglecting her child for her man, and she's going to make a choice, and she's going to choose her kids. Now, some women do choose their man. Some, very few, but some do. But most women are going to choose their child.
Okay.
And she's going to force your ass to a position where it's either you do this for us because we're a package, or I can no longer do this with you.
I mean, yeah, ultimatum. But was she even? I got a question, and I'm only asking. Okay, I'm only asking.
Right.
Would she even have the right to do that if y'all not married?
You have the right to do what? To tell you what you need. Yes, because I'm a parent before I'm a girlfriend. I'm a mama before I'm a girlfriend. So at some point, I'm gonna show you. I think that I've seen this. Women show you they're a good woman. They show you they want to be with you. But at some point, she got to get back to being a mama. When she get out of Disneyland with Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse and Goofy, and having fun, you know what I'm saying?
No, you didn't.
She get out of Disneyland and La La Land, she having a fun with her boyfriend. She gets back down to earth and she's like, now I got to be a mama, because when that woman comes and leaves, when she closed that door, bro, from that date, she's a full-time mom. Those kids are looking at her with homework, with admiration of what they want to do with their mom. They want to spend time with their mom. They want to lay with their mom. They want to talk to their mom. They want to laugh and play. She gets back into mommy mode. When mommy's going into having fun and doing stuff, she starts to feel guilty about what she's not doing with her kids. And then she got to find herself worth, like, what's more important at this point, right? And more than not, women start to choose their kids. So they start to get a little distant from their man because she's trying to figure out, how am I going to balance the two? And I see someone saying about, do they got a father? Yes, they got a father, but the motherly instinct is a lot different than the father of babysitting those kids.
Wait a minute. No, that was a good one.
No,
that was a good one though, Joe. Because
no, I've been in these situations, bro, where the father takes care of the kids. Okay, but what I'm saying is, when she's dating a man, and even if the father's weekend to have the kids, right? The mother, and this is what women told me. This ain't Joe coming out the side of his neck and stuff. As a mother, I am not going to continue to have fun without my kids. At some point, I want my kids to be there with me. And the man that I'm with is going to have to understand that. In the beginning, I'm not going to put that on him. This was told to me. I'm coming from speaking in a woman's voice, okay? I'm not speaking like Joe making this stuff up. This ain't it, because I would have known this. I had no clue that this even existed.
Hey, Kimmy said, "That's not your journey, nephew." You're right. I'm not even bored,
bro. Like I said, this is not Joe coming out the side of his neck trying to get the crowd riled up there. That ain't what I'm doing. I'm telling you what women have told me. At some point, I want my kids to experience what if I'm with this man, I need to make sure that he can do that for us. Or I find, this is what I've said, either that or I'm going to find a way where I can help him, right, contribute to the fun that I'm having. My kids need to be there. Because this is what women have told me. I am a mother first and foremost over any man that comes into my life. I owe my kids everything. I owe him nothing. So with that being said, fellas, you better understand, right? Like I said, it sounds hard when women hear it, but you better understand that if you date a woman with kids under 10, at some point, you're going to become a assimilated stepfather, because that woman is not going to continue to leave her kids behind to rendezvous with you. She's not. She's not going to leave her kids behind every single time she wants to go out on a date and spend time with you. And a man is going to want to get to know you better, do things with you. Well, when mama's going to the movies, sometimes she want to go to the movies with her kids and you. Because a woman say, like, when she goes on a date with a man, she says she wants to take her kids. When she spends time with her kids, she take her kids out to dinner because she went to dinner. She said if she goes to movies, she said eventually she wound up taking her kids to go to see movies that they want to see, because she wants her kids to have that experience. But she said at some point, this gets tiring because I'm living two different lives. So at some point, I have to see where this is going with this man, because I'm not going to continue to do for them what he's doing for me. He needs to be able at some point to say, hey, we're girlfriend and boyfriend, bring your kids along, we have a family night. Get mad if you want to, fellas, but women, If you're dating them and that's your girlfriend, you're going to start having family night. You're going to start being with her before you get married, and her kids. So be very aware of what you're getting yourself into when you're dating a woman with kids or a kid under 10. Because she's going to be a mother first and a girlfriend second. That is the only thing I'm saying here. So that's why I say, don't date women with kids, especially two that's under 10, if you're looking for something serious and you're not ready to be a simulated stepdad in some shape, form, or fashion. Now, like I said, that sounds harsh.
I remember reading the chat.
It's a package deal, yeah.
I was reading the chat. They telling me you need to pick a girl with no kids.
You do, bro. Don't discourage them, Joe. Some men don't mind. No, men don't mind, but I think this is what I see happen. Men get into it with when the woman is giving him that time, and then when she starts to back up, things go bad, right? Because the man is feeling some kind of way, but he's not ready to step into that role with her and her kids. And she is kind of pushing the issue because she wants to spend more time with him, but money is tight.
Don't speak more on the dude.
Huh?
Don't they speak more on the dude that asked for it?
It speaks to both of them in my humble opinion, right? That's why I say read the landscape of what you're getting yourself into. Just because she's fine, don't think that you can put those kids to the side and they're not going to become a part of the equation that you're trying to solve with her.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like we addressed, it might be a little reckless for her to go out and actually be dating, and she got like 10 and younger for kids, and it's more than one. Cool, but if she do start to pull back because of that dude, I mean, let's be realistic. It's the reason why she pulled back, and it's probably more than one.
Right.
So, like, I for some folks, the down that hill of I'm gonna be emotional about some stuff that I can't just rationally think about and be like, that makes sense. That's why I was like, kind of speak a lot on him too, because I'm like, yo, dude, that's easy to kind of think about. She got two other lives that she has to deal with outside of hers, and it would make sense every now and then. I got a drawback.
I'm gonna tell my experience with my ex-wife, right? She had a son. He was 4 years old, right? I saw her in the beginning. I didn't know she had a kid.
She kept it on the hush.
No, she didn't. No. When I saw her, I just saw her. She was out. And I met her because I was having dinner with my cousin. And I was leaving. Well, my ex-wife was coming to meet my cousin for dinner to complain about another guy that she was dating at the time. I didn't know that. I just saw her walk in, and my cousin said, "Hey, this is such and such. This is my cousin." Blah blah blah. She did the introduction, right? I said, "Hey, how you doing?" And I kept moving. When I got in the car, I said, "Cuz, who that? Hook your boy up, right?" So she dropped my phone number. Now I didn't know they had the conversation. She was there to complain about the guy that she was with, right, at the time. But anyway, we talked a couple times on the phone, right? And man, drop dead gorgeous, fell in love with her. She let me know right off the rip.
Shout out Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Yeah, shout out Drop Dead Gorgeous hashtag. She was Drop Dead Gorgeous, right? So I found out she had a kid. Her kid was 4 years old. It was a little boy, right? That didn't bother me because one thing I saw with her was she was working hard for her and her son, and she was doing what she had to do as a single mom. Now, the man in me at that time, I saw what I could do for her and her son. Let me say that again, fellas. I saw what I could do for her and her son. So I started doing things and activities right away for her and her son. I included her son right away. You see what I'm saying? Because I knew if I was going to be able to get her, that was a package deal up front. And I went into it like that. Some women or some guys, they don't want to meet the kids. They don't want to do this here. Like I said, I wanted the challenge because I knew that I knew what I could bring to the table for what she already had. So I said, you know what? I saw what I could do. So that's why I did what I did. So that's why I'm telling fellas, when you go into it, I was a assimilated stepdad day one when I went in. I knew that and I was okay with that. That was the time when I was with Lil Man because she got called away on the job. And she got they called it at night and they wanted her to go do like some extra hours to go do a little job, right?
She had like an on-call job.
She had an on-call. Well, it wasn't on call, but she had a regular job. But if they wanted to make extra money, they could be on call. And if they called, they could go make extra money. So I just happened to be over there visiting with her, and she got the call. Right? And she was like, she called everybody that she could that used to babysit, for her son. They was not available. I'm sitting there with her 4-year-old son, right? And she was like, and she looked at me, right? This is no lie. This is no lie. She looked at me, right? And she was like, I'm gonna have to turn this money down, right? I said, no, you don't. I said, I know it's tough. I said, I know you may not want to do it, but I'm just gonna throw it out here. I will sit here and watch your son until you come back. Right? And you can talk to me on the phone the whole way if you need to or whatever. I said, but if for you to go do what you need to do, right? I'll sit here and watch Little Man, right? Man, she kind of walked around the house a little bit, took a deep breath. And bro, she looked at me. You better not hurt my son, right? I don't play about my son, right? And I said, you ain't got to worry about nothing. I said, trust me, he's good. Now, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was scared crapless, right? Because this is somebody's kid, right?
Which is why I wouldn't even did it.
Well, but I did it because I wanted to prove to her, that I'm all in. I'm a good man, and you can trust me. That's why I did it, right? I wanted to show her in your time of need, I'm going to be here for you. Like I said, simulated stepdad. I took on that role, right? Mm-hmm. And so when she came home, me and Little Man, we wilding out. You know what I'm saying? We on the floor, we laughing, we talking, we playing games. And he was like, hey, mama, Joe did this, and Joe did this, and Joe did that. And, I beat Joe at this. Man, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, bro. The smile on her face, this is no lie. And no disrespect to the man she's married to now. But the smile on her face on that day, bro, I knew I was going to marry her. I knew I was going to marry her. Ain't no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, I knew at that point that I could do it. And when she saw her son and how happy her son was, right? And how, because I knew she was probably scared crapless too, right? Mm-hmm. In that moment. And she took a chance. I'm quite sure she was praying the whole way, right? But when she walked through that door, man, and you know what I'm saying? You ladies, y'all know what I'm talking about when you see that moment, right? And you see your little baby smiling, and this dude's on the floor with your baby, and you've been having a tough time with your baby daddy, but this dude got your baby smiling and doing some stuff that no other man has done. Bruh, when I saw her face, it's like the clouds was lifted off of her, right? It was like a weight, like I can finally trust her. You know what I'm saying? I knew at that moment, we didn't get married to probably about 3 years later. Mm-hmm. But I knew at that moment I was going to be good at what with her, and I was going to make it. I was going to put that work in with her because now when a woman, and then I'm gonna say this about you with their kid, that is the most prized possession in the world. And if a woman trusts you with her kid, she trusts you. And when she did that day, bro, I knew that woman had put all the trust in me to care for something that she loved more than her life herself. And I said to myself at that point, and this is why I tell men, be careful to get yourself into and know what you get yourself into, because I did. I said, I never want to disappoint her or hurt him. You know what I mean? And from that day forward, I forced in my mind what I wanted to do. But I wanted to be a stepdad. I wanted to marry her. I had to get to the point where I could make sure that we were secure in what we were doing and make sure that I had a future. Because like I told her, some of the stuff that I was going through at the time, I didn't want to bring into my debts to what she already had going on. So as we were dating, I was trying to get my stuff together. So make sure that when we got together, that it wasn't going to be a problem. But I did let her know what the problems were I was having, right? So we talked about all those things. So that's what I'm telling guys. I'm not telling you don't date women with kids. I'm telling you don't date a woman with kids if you're not ready to be a assimilated stepdad, because you're going to be assimilated stepdad whether you want to or not at some point, especially if they're under 10. Because it's just not enough time in a month and a day for a woman to spend time with you separate from her kids the way you're going to want to. She's going to want you to come over to the house and just watch TV and she cook dinner, right? During the weekday, because during the weekday, if kids got school, they got soccer practice, they got whatever, bruh, she ain't gonna see you till the weekend if they ain't got nothing going on the weekend. Let me say that again. If she got kids in ballet, baseball, volleyball, soccer, whatever they got going on, you know what I'm saying? After school, whatever they got going on, bruh, they got to do that first. And then they got to teach the grandparents while they're doing that other stuff. Where is it really time? And I'm telling you, during school time, bro, where is that really time for y'all to date when those kids are in school? Real talk? That's come on, ladies, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you got small kids, sometimes if you got a father that's in their life and they spend time with their grandparents or with their father part of the summer, then you got that time. But bro, you got to get to school through the school year. Are y'all gonna make it through the school year? Because you can't see her much if you're not coming over to her house. Because she's not coming up to your house when she got to put her kids to bed and do their homework with them. She wants to be at home with their homework. She wants to be and make sure they took their bath, they didn't ate, they didn't need their homework, check their homework. You know what I'm saying? Got their school clothes out for the next day. She ain't trying to go over there and screw you, come back to the house and rush through all that with her kids. Now, she's going to do that in the beginning. But if y'all start thinking, she ain't going to be doing that all the time, bro. She's not. So what I'm saying is, you got to be careful when you get into a relationship with a woman that got kids and make sure that at some point you're ready to be a assimilated stepdad. Well, I work from home, so I can sneak out doing breakfast and lunch.
Lunch break.
Again, I hear what you're saying, but y'all get the gist. That ain't the scenario in most cases. What Rita is talking about, right? I'm gonna say this. Men and women will find time to make time for what they want to make time for. It just may not be quality time. That makes sense, ladies and gentlemen? Men and women will find time to make time what they want to make time for. It just may not be quality time. And if it's not quality time that you're spending with somebody, it's booty call time. So that relationship you got is not a quality relationship. It becomes a booty call relationship or a stress relief relationship, right? And if that's what you're striving for, that's fine. If you're striving for companionship, but if you're striving for partnership, that's a different ball game.
Kimberly said, "Turn the page, nephew."
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, be very careful about the things, right? That you're getting yourself into when you're dating men with kids or a woman with kids, because these things, you don't think about it in the beginning, bro, but it comes with a lot of responsibility for the person that got kids, right? Because if you're on a date with a woman as a man, you either trying to spend that time with her or you trying to smash that night. You know what I'm saying? So she can get back home. That's the purpose of the date, right? Spending quality time that night, or just quality time y'all talking, spending some time hanging out, or that night y'all done talked about it, y'all done sexted each other throughout the week, you know what I'm saying, throughout the day, and y'all trying to smash, then she's trying to get home tonight. That's real life. That's what you do, right? If y'all living in separate houses and y'all just start a date, right? Y'all hot and horny, y'all gonna smash, or y'all gonna spend some time together so that later on at some point y'all can do that. That's fine. But then when y'all start getting serious, right? And she starts looking at you and say, well, I don't want you to continue. You have to spend money on dates because we good now. You know, where do you go from there? You guys are locked into the Joe Lockett Show 50 minutes after the hour. Now, nephew, again, did that change your mind at all? Because I heard that they going in on your ass.
And I ain't even said nothing, which is crazy. I'm like, yo, I just said I would start thinking a lot more if it was two. I know a lot of the women around my age, y'all don't frequent women around my age, which I'm already addressing.
No.
They more than likely at least got one. Especially around 25. They at least got one.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at decisions and how you make them before I start taking anybody serious.
Okay.
Like anyone.
Mm-hmm.
And if she had one kid, me personally, I'd be like, all right, well, that's kind of par for the course at this point in life.
Mm-hmm.
We are 25. A lot of folks want to be young and old with their old kid. You feel me? And others, they see this type of age range for when you start to make them.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? That's why I'm looking at it like, okay, well, you at least got one. That's not so crazy. I'm going to be looking at who you got it with. And if y'all crazy, y'all selves, and how you treat your kid, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
Once you start having more than one, then I'm looking at the decisions that was made between them, how far are they apart.
Right.
You know what I mean? The little things like that. Yeah. Little things like that.
Nuances.
See if you making real good decisions, like you plan this stuff out before you had this kid purposefully, or you just had it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's
where you coming from. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So preferably, no, don't have no kids.
All right. 2 minutes up now. I'm going to take up a topic that Erica Barker put out there. And I think it's a good topic. I'm just going to stretch it just a tad bit. I'm going to stretch because what do you do, ladies and gentlemen? Because a lot of our audience, I think, is either, I believe most of our audience is over 40. So I'm 35 and up, but I think most of them are over 40, at least over 35, but yeah. So I'm going to stretch the topic a little bit. What do you do when you found the man or the woman that you're dating, right? Now you're dating them, you're in a relationship, right? What do you do if you're 40 and 50 and you found your person and you start dating? Where do you go from there? What does that look like? You're over 40, you've been divorced, right? Now you with the person that you believe that's showing great signs, right? How do you proceed going forward? How do you proceed, ladies and gentlemen? How do you proceed if you got that man, you got that woman in your life? How long do you wait for marriage? What are you looking for to be married? Where is this going for you, right? Because once you get into a relationship, and let's say if y'all living together, y'all spending a lot of time together, y'all already been there, done that, got the t-shirts. So what is the course now after you've been together? You're 40, you're 50, you're in a good, decent place. Is it a time there you start putting on the relationship then? Right? You know what I'm saying? Because you 40, 50, you find a good person, y'all kicking it, y'all strong. Do you start putting restrictions on, okay, because I've already been married before, and now you're a good person, we're not in a companionship, we're in a partnership, we're in a relationship. What are your expectations now? You got the man, you got the woman. Do you just live together, kick it for a while, spend time? Or do you go to the thing of commingling finances, moving in together, you know what I'm saying, start doing stuff together, introducing people to family, but y'all not married? What does that look like?
I thought they was already together.
You together, but you've been divorced, you've moved into this situation now with another person. Y'all got the t-shirt, right? So what does this look like? What's the framework, right? How long do you stay girlfriend and boyfriend? How far do you go in the committed relationship without a ring on your finger when you're in a relationship? What do you do? Do you move in together? Like I said, do you start saving and setting up a retirement together? What is the steps to that? You know what I'm saying? Is it 1 year, 2 years? And when you're with this person, are you expecting them to marry you? Do you wait for marriage, for a proposal from the man? Or do you just go ahead and tell the guy you want to get married? Because you've been there, done that before, right? Y'all know what time it is. If he ain't popped the question, but you like him, you're like, baby, we need to get married. Because we living like we're married already, right? Or are you sitting there, acting like you the woman or being the woman and saying, I'm going to wait for this guy I love to ask me the question. If he don't ask me the question, I'm out of here. I'm asking these questions. Yes. Where do you see your life heading? Yes. Where do you see your life heading? What are you doing? Eric said, I'm 53, girlfriend, boyfriend has an expiration date. We discussed that in the dating collecting phase. Okay. But where are you going though?
Oh, she was collecting data.
Right, but where did no, I'm saying, but what but you expressed that, but then where are you going? Okay, so the expiration date is what? Are you expiration date the day y'all start to mingling together?
I don't think she went in telling him an expiration date alone. Like I think
I move rather quickly. It feels love that I feel love right away. Okay. We're heading to marriage. Y'all say you're heading to marriage, or do you say you're heading to marriage? How long, if you in a relationship and you're over your 40s and 50s, should you be in a relationship before y'all get married? I'm focusing on marriage, not moving in together. It will be communicated that I want to marry. So if you're dating a man,
Aquawoman said just the opposite.
how long would it be before you move in with him? I say my intention of marriage when dating. After relationship, you should get a year, no movement. Okay. 4 years for me. Okay. Kim said within 3 years. Okay. Tam says I should agree with Aquawoman. What's up, MD? Let me see. Maybe I can bring Erica in here. Let me see Erica. This is her topic.
Bunker or Baxter?
Bunker. She have friends. She's not. I thought I seen Erica on the list. I guess not. Let me see what he said he is a husband and a family guy. He wants marriage. Ain't no arm twisting over here. No. And please, Eric, I'm asking a question. So y'all been dating. If you don't mind me asking, how long y'all been dating? A man knows if he wants marriage with 6 months or a year. Anything beyond that, he's wasting your time. Ooh. If he's been married before, he knows he want to marry within a year. Since June of last year. That's a little bit under a year. Okay. And so y'all looking to get married when?
Who said that?
I'm talking to Erica. She's, talking about her relationship now.
Okay.
So y'all been married, y'all been dating since June. So what's the time stamp on y'all need to be married by? This year. Wow. Okay. What?
It was like,
okay. I mean, hey, Bert, that's so can I ask you this, Erica? What made you know that since June and by this time this year that he's the guy that you're going to marry? Well, what makes you comfortable with that part? Because I'm asking because I see a lot of women agreeing with Erica. Like
they agreeing with her?
Yeah, a lot of women agree with Erica that they met last June and they're gonna be married this year within a year's time.
I get that feeling on my back. I don't want to speak on nobody's relationship.
No. Because I want to know. I mean, I'm asking the question because I want to know what makes you know that before a year is up with a guy that you never met before, that y'all are kicking it, and in 1 year that y'all are going to get married.
And you like
when really you know, we both been married and divorced. We know what we want. Okay.
I guess so. But that make the antennas go up higher for me.
Not knocking what you know. Not knocking. Wishing y'all the best. But knowing what you know don't help me understand what you know. You know what I'm saying? So help me understand.
You can't. If you know the situation, bro.
You want to know. Help me understand what you know. So is he? When you're looking at him, is he everything the quintessential of what you want a husband to be?
Well, ask it in this way, because that still give her a scapegoat.
Okay, she said for us, that's for us. I don't recommend that for anyone else. And again,
you do what works for you. Do what works for you
to understand. Okay.
What she said?
Okay. I mean, she said it's not for us to understand, but you threw the question out here. So when I'm just asking, right? Because I don't want you to think that Eric, I'm attacking you, because I'm not. This is just a conversation for people who are going through the situation, who think like you think. What does that look like? I'm not trying to go in and critique you, and don't take this as a dig at you, what you're doing. I support you 1,000%. Go get married to your husband. I wish you nothing but happiness. I'm asking, what does that look like and feel like in that moment, knowing you have found the man?
Well, Joe, ask her in a different way. Just ask her in a different way where it ain't feeling like that. Miss Erica, for the guy that you know, and let's take what your real situation out of it, but be honest enough to, be vulnerable enough to do it. But if we taking your situation out of it, what does a guy within a year's time getting ready to marry you, what qualities should he be showing?
That's a good question.
What qualities is it that you need for you to already know for certain that this is the man I'm going to be with, no matter the time y'all been with?
Good question. That's a good question. What makes you certain and feel comfortable because of the quality? What qualities do he possess that makes you feel comfortable? That's a good question.
Yeah, even if you want to put it back in, you know what I mean? What qualities is he showing you?
Well, y'all saying she said it earlier, but when I'm talking, y'all, I don't see all the comments, so I apologize for that. I'll come on and talk too much to type. Okay,
let
me see.
She got enough followers.
Okay, so
she rolling in followers.
Okay, I think I just invited her. So yeah, maybe she had blocked because she didn't want to talk because she want to part of. Hey, E, how you doing? I'm doing good since you finally came on with your tough talking ass, Mom. Oh, now who knows that better than me? All right, so explain this to us. Okay, you met this guy, right? Yeah. And you know what you want what you want and what it is. So what are the qualities that he possessed for you that made you know that I'm going to marry this guy this year?
Well, he was serious and he was right up there. He was right up front with everything. Like when we first met, I was like, why are you even dating? Like what is your intent from dating? Not necessarily dating me, but dating in general. And he said, I'm looking to be married again. He was like, I'm a husband. I've always been a husband, and I'm a family guy, and this is where I want to be. Okay. And he was like, I just need to find my wife.
Mm-hmm. So that attracted you?
Yeah, because he was upfront and serious. There was no game playing. A lot of guys, it's like when you ask them, do you ever see yourself being married again? It's like, I don't know, if the right woman comes along, if the right situation happens, he wasn't being around the bush. He was just like, yes, I plan to be married
again. Gotcha. And so what qualities that you've seen in the time that you're dating that has personified what he was saying to you?
He was just always intentional. It was like we met, full transparency, we met on Facebook dating. Okay. And when we started dating, he was just right there and he was focused on me. And at the time, he was transitioning from Arizona back to Georgia. Okay. And he had made a stop over in Birmingham. That's where his home office was because he worked remote. Okay. And he was staying with a friend at the time. He was still, moving his way back here to Georgia because his kids live here. When he got divorced, he lived in Cobb County. So he was planning to move back to Atlanta. And I happened to have been in Athens. And he said, well, you know what? Since, I'm pursuing this relationship with you and I'm moving to Georgia anyway. He was like, I'm just going to come to Athens and let's see what's going on here. Because he still would have access to his kids also because Atlanta's just right down the road. And we both decided at that point, let's just kind of focus on each other. And we both got off of all of the dating apps and everything. It was just the way he moved. And, you know, you and I talk a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I had like some crazy dating experience.
I know. I remember.
And this one was just like,
he was different.
He was completely different.
Gotcha. Okay. And if y'all just don't know, you always see me and E going back and forth on this app, right? But E, go ahead and let everybody know we've been knowing each other for what, over 10, 12 years? Yeah, I've known E for a long time. We've been really good friends. So when y'all see her coming at me, we good because we do that worse when we are talking on the phone. So, and I want y'all to know Erica Parker is a good friend of mine. She's very direct. She don't play around. But I have questioned her before she met this guy or some of the guys she's actually chosen. I was like, Erica, who did what? But one thing I can say about Erica, she's going to give you a chance. If she sees something move, you move in fun and she out. I'm done. So I'm happy for you, E.
Well, thank you.
I'm very happy for you. So when do you think y'all looking to tie the knot?
Yeah, closer to summer, maybe.
Okay, so let me ask you this question, and this is to help other women listen to the show. How long you been divorced? How long you married first? I know the answer, but please tell us how long you was married first.
I was married for 27 years. My marriage ended in 2019. My divorce was final March of 2021.
Okay.
And I started dating probably at the end of my divorce when I was waiting for everything to finalize. So I started dating at the end of 2020 up until last year.
So during that time, and you see women going through what you are going through, and everything that you have learned through your experience, what would you tell women that think like you not to do? And then what are some of the things you would tell women listen to? I should help them, or what they need to do and start looking for?
The first thing I would tell women to do is coming out of a divorce or any type of long-term relationship, give yourself a break. Like coming out of my marriage, I didn't just jump out there. I waited probably 18 months before I even thought about dating. And I started dating and I realized, I cannot do this on my own. This is bad. So I put myself in therapy because it's a hard transition from being a wife to dating and then being a girlfriend. That's a big transition, especially when you've been a wife for so many years. And so I went into therapy, and I've been in and out of therapy since I got divorced because I had to learn who I was as a single woman first. And then before I could even get into the dating. And I was lucky I found a therapist who was not only a therapist, but she was also a relationship specialist. Mm-hmm. So I was being coached at the same time. So that's what I went into with the last relationship because I did everything all wrong and everything. I told you, the last one. I remember. Year, he was perfect on paper. I mean, everything, the things that women.
But I told you when you introduced me to him, I told you, I said no, I wasn't feeling. I wasn't. And you fought me tooth and nail for him too. You remember you fought my ass too, and I'm like, E, I ain't feeling him for you, baby. I'm not. I said, no. I said, he ain't. I told E, I said, he ain't about it. I told her, no. I said, E, he eat trash. I told her that. She was mad as hell at me, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. E was mad. E was cussing me out. But I said, E, that ain't the dude for you, baby. Did I not tell you that, E?
You told me. And then the next situation was crazier. That was perfect. I'm talking 6'4", 6'6".
And exactly, I remember that dude, and I said, E, that looked good, but E, come on, now. And E will. Let me tell you something. If the dude that's getting ready to marry E, she gonna fight for your ass, bro. She will. She would tear down Jericho to let everybody know that the man she chose is the right damn man. I don't give a shit what you say, Joe. I love him. E fight for her man, boy. Man, E will go. I'm like, E, no. She's like, Joe, you don't understand. This is me. I'm going to do it. And she will fight. I'm like, E, okay. But this guy here, I don't know him. Me and you haven't talked, about him. But the way I see you come across with him, I see you more. You're not questioning this guy. You're more so rolling with the flow, and y'all are moving in the same direction, which is something completely different than I saw in those other guys that you were dating.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, yeah, and you're happy. You're not questioning because when E would call me, when me and E, when E would call me, she would call me and say, "Joe, what you think?" I remember we went on a podcast together, and she wanted me to go on the podcast with her just to see what I thought, right, about this guy. We got the podcast. I'm like, no. She was like, why? Joe, why? I'm like, E, that man don't, he ain't gonna get married. I was like, that ain't his thing, right? And at the end of the day, she saw it for herself. But this guy here, like I said, whoever he is, that got you smiling and cheesing like the hell you are. I wish y'all nothing but the best. So Eric, how old are you? You're 53 like me. So finding love at the age of 53, is it hard or easy?
I'm not even gonna front. It's
Mm-hmm.
you gotta kiss a lot of damaged frogs.
Say it again. Say it loud for the people in the back.
You gotta kiss a lot of damaged frogs. Everybody is damaged, and anybody, man or woman, who is coming out of a long-term relationship, you need to talk to somebody after that, because like you're dealing with the end of the relationship, probably as a man. You've been removed from the household with your children, and you're dealing with co-parenting issues. It's just so much that everybody has to go through.
Yeah. And when women, because I want you to speak to, because you're a woman and you speak, frankly about this. What is the biggest mistake you think women are making when they're dating over 40 and 50?
Having unrealistic expectations about the type of man that they probably qualify for, and women don't want to hear that.
No, I want you to talk to that, because when I say it, I sound like an asshole because I'm a man. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So Erica, please tell what I mean, what you mean by that.
I think a lot of women, they pedestalize these men and how they look on paper. And I hate being ugly. And I know it sounds horrible, but when these men are over 40 and they're divorced and start dating, they're probably going to go with younger women at first. And then what they're looking for really is a woman that's light, that's youthful, and that takes care of herself, that's holding it all together, that's attractive. And a lot of women, they think that they're coming with baggage and everything. And it's like, oh, well, he just want to take me as I am. He just want to accept me. And it doesn't work like that.
Erica, say that real loud, because you're a woman. You can say it with your chest. Say it with your breast, man. Please do.
It's not. They're not going to accept that. Like women, it's just so many attitudes, and the things that men hate to hear women say, like, oh, my boss chick, this, that, and the other. And they're not trying to hear that. They want that. Women want masculine men. Masculine men are attracted to feminine women.
Again, I got to keep it. Say that again. Masculine men attracted to what?
Women.
Y'all think I be lying when I be saying this. This is a woman saying this, so y'all get mad at E when she said, because she dealing with it.
And you just gotta check the attitude, though. Like, you can't come in thinking like stuff like that. I hear women saying, "Oh, if a man do this, then they'll have energy and all that right there." It's like, girl, you gotta be friendly. You gotta learn how to cooperate and get along.
Right. Let me ask you this question, because this is very important to me. What did you have to submit to, or what did you have to compromise for to be with the guy that you with? What high horse did you have to come off of?
Well, when we first sat together, he said his one deal breaker was I had to always need the respect. And so even when I'm like angry or we're like conflict or whatever, I gotta check that. That's a mental thing. I have to go in my head and go, okay, you want to fly out the handle, but you can't say that. And you have to do that.
Okay, how did you do that? Because I know you. You are the person that will fly off the handle, but you love this guy enough that you check yourself. How did you get to that point in such a short period of time with this guy?
That was I've been working on that for a long now, because that was something that I worked through with therapy and everything. That I was like, I need to work with conflict management, because that's just going to help in every other aspect of your life. Dealing with my kids, dealing in a professional environment, and everything. Because my whole thing is that you're not going to be talking crazy to me. You know,
I know.
I'm going to give you what you come looking for.
We know, Erica. We know.
And so you have to check it.
Right. But there are women on our show today. And you said you went through therapy, Erica. But how do you tell these women, seriously, that you got to rein in some of you to get the man that you want? You know what I'm saying? How do you express that to the women strongly enough so they understand what the hell you are saying? Because like I said, when I say I sound like an asshole, I sound like I'm trying to tell women what to do. But you're going through it. And I know you are one of the women who don't give a damn and gonna say what's on your mind. But you found a man that you was willing to do that for. How do women get to that point that's like you, that's domineering in their voice or whatever, and they voice out loudly? How do you compromise that and fix yourself for the man that you love?
It's work. It's work every day. You have to learn to be accountable. That's one of the favorite words that we use around here. You have to be humble, and you cannot be so prideful that you cannot apologize. I do a lot of apologies. I'm not even gonna, because sometimes I can't hold it together.
Yeah. I know. So
that's probably the main part.
Is that tough? I mean, because women are very emotional. And some women don't feel like they're being heard, that they're not being emotional about what they're saying. Do you feel like you lost a piece of you in the compromise for the man that you love?
What?
Okay. Because I feel like I'm heard even more. Because nobody is going to listen to you when you're yelling and screaming and everything. You just kind of lose the argument right there up front.
So, ladies, if you guys are tuning in right now, we got the one and only good friend of mine, Erica Barker. She's talking about, she's been in a relationship since June of last year, looking to get married this year around about the same time. Within a year's time, she's found the guy that she loved, but it didn't come without heartache. It didn't come without pain till she went through the numbers, found out who she was. She had been through therapy, and she's talking about at 53, dating, getting ready to get married again. Let me ask you this, Erica. Are you afraid of stepping into this next second chapter with a new man after being in a relationship or marriage for 27 years?
No, that's why I said that, it was best for me to kind of do the together first. So I had to.
Yeah. What made you want to live with this guy that you didn't know? How did the hell did you get the courage to do that?
This is the way I describe it. I describe our relationship. We are building the plane as we fly.
Okay.
Meaning that we decided to just jump in there, and that's just the easiest way to get to know somebody. You have to spend around the clock with somebody to even know them. Like, you're not gonna get to know somebody just doing like seeing them a couple times a week, doing some dinner dates and everything. Like, no, nobody. I can see what you like when you wake up in the morning. Like, you are your morning person. I gotta see who you are later. Like, I gotta see who you are. Like, you had like a terrible day, like something happened. Real life is because I know who I am. If we were just like dating traditionally or whatever, I can come home from a bad day at work and I can say, okay, let me pull it together because it's date night. Get a shower, get dressed or whatever. Maybe take a shot of tequila, whatever I need to do to get my head right. And, but you can't do that when you walk in from the office. You have like most horrible day. Like your boss has been up your butt all day long and everything. Like you've been dealing with crazy ass people on the job and everything. Like, you know, they need to see you and you need to see them.
You have a person here asking, if you don't mind saying, how long have y'all dated before y'all moved in together?
We dated 6 weeks and then moved in together.
Whoa, what, wait, I didn't know that crap. What the hell you saying, Uncle? What?
Hold up.
E, what?
Hold up.
Yeah.
E, you got to explain the hell that, because I know you got common sense and everything. What the hell went into that? What, did he throw that thing on you like that? No, fair. E, what did he do? He licked you like that, E? That you said 6 weeks? I'm just saying, E.
Eric,
6 weeks?
I'm saying, really, dude?
I love you, E, but E 6 weeks?
I was married to 27 years. And at the end, I did not know that. He flip-flopped on me so bad that, I mean, like, what did I have to lose?
Okie dokie.
Okay. I mean, a lot could go both ways, you know. I mean, you can lose a lot. But I love the tenacity of it.
You did not the criminal aspect and know that somebody's not a criminal or anything like that. And you know, like, and if you're spending time with somebody, you know that you're not having like personality clashes. I think everything else can be worked out.
What made you feel comfortable?
What's the difference between that and like when you go to college and they put you in a room with a college roommate?
A lot for me, but I get your point. I want to ask you this, E. What made you comfortable in 6 weeks?
Like, what do you mean, like?
With him, what made you comfortable enough to bring him into? I don't know if you moved in with him or he moved in with you, however it was, but what made you comfortable to say we can live together in 6 weeks? What made you comfortable?
Like, we've already been spending like a lot of time together. Like, we have had like a lot of long, great conversations and everything. Like I said, it's not like we was a stranger. We had been dating.
For 6 weeks though, right?
Yeah.
So he was a stranger.
But not really.
6 weeks, you're a stranger, E. Come on.
If that's how you want to look at it.
Okay. So
I mean, like,
you felt differently.
yeah.
Okay. So
There's other folks that agree with him.
okay, so you felt comfortable within the 6 weeks, the time span, the way he was moving. Now let me ask you a question. How do you know, as a woman with the innate ability that you have, that this is the right move for you, or are you just kind of leaping out on faith?
I'm gonna both, to be honest. Because I mean, no matter what, you gotta put in the work to make it work. So I mean, like you date somebody for 5 years, marriage is still gonna be work.
Right.
I got a question.
You
Sure.
gotta want to be there.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Erica. I got a question.
Okay.
My question is, and feel free not to answer if you don't want to, but how did you read into that and not kind of relate it to it being either overly barren or clingy? Because you said, because I've been listening, you said you guys spent a good amount of time together, more than likely more intimate settings than it was, you know what I mean, so far us being out. It took at least 6 weeks for y'all to then move in with each other, and now y'all one-on-one in that. What had to happen for you not to look at that as either him being overly clingy, him moving too fast, or him being overbearing? Because I know a lot of other women would.
Like clingy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Never mind. Yeah, that makes sense. If you mention like that, then whatever they're doing is not going to seem like.
And one thing I can say about when I'm listening to Eve when she's speaking, y'all, this is what made her and him comfortable.
Yeah, that's
so I want y'all to understand. This is what I say on the show many times. It ain't about what Joe Lockett says or what nephew says. It's about what makes you comfortable. It may be wrong or right for us, but if it's right for you, it's right. You know what I'm saying? I hear Erica and I couldn't do what she's doing, but it works for them, right? So that's why I say you're gonna find love in your own way on your own journey.
But after hearing that, it just answered everything for me.
Okay.
Because if they're matching on that type of level, they're not going to be looking at all this other stuff as if it was moving too fast, or if it was clingy, or if they're not going to be reading it like that. They're going to be leaning, oh, they really do know me. Because you matching.
So let me ask you this question, Eric, because most people probably won't move as fast as you. So you going through this, being through this situation, but for a woman who don't want to move fast as you, how soon would you say that a woman that's over 50 dating a man should date a man before he asks for her hand in marriage?
You sent the gotcha question, didn't it?
No, because he gonna be straight. This is my friend. She know how I get down. She gonna ask me straight.
Right there, because I think depending on what you want, where you want to go. Yeah. You shouldn't have to like give everybody any ultimatums or anything, or keep badgering somebody going, oh, when we gonna get married? When we gonna do this? I mean, like you tell somebody like, hey, this is where I see myself in here. Where do you see yourself? And that way right there, you
makes sense.
The last question, E. When you get married to this man, right? What kind of wife are you going to be?
This term is different because, like, in my last marriage, I was a stay-at-home wife. I was a mom and everything. So this is new territory for me. I've never been like part of a couple, and just with the kids and everything. So I'm really looking forward to being a big couple, dual income, no kids. Well, he has kids, but he co-parents and everything. But, yeah, I'm looking for that. So that's going to be like a different. But I'm pretty traditional. Like I look out the guys, so that you're looking at stuff like that. Never a problem. I can eat anyway. I don't know if I wouldn't get pushback on that anyway. It's like I don't have to cook if I was food.
Right. Well, E, I want to tell you, baby girl, you know how I feel about you. You're like a sister in my family. I love you. Congratulations on your new love, the brave trail that you have blazed for other women. And thank you for being brave enough to come on the show to say your truth and live your truth. And I love you for it.
Let me just reply this before we get up.
Sure.
Be the boss bitch that we should have gotten there before we moved there. Like we shouldn't have. We moved the way we needed. We're both grown and we both have a couple of marriages under our belt and everything. And we decided that we're gonna drive this plane the way we want to drive it.
It worked. Hey.
And then you have it from Erica Bunker. Love you, baby girl.
All right, Joe.
All right, love you. Have a good one. Thanks for coming on. All right. All right. And for everybody who didn't think I knew Erica, there y'all go.
I'm pretty sure they had a feeling.
Thank you, Erica, for coming on to the show. I appreciate it, man. That was insightful.
It was.
And again, I can't knock my baby, man. I wish her nothing but the best. I couldn't do what she's doing, but like she said, I'm building this plane. I ain't asking for your permission.
But that's why it works for them.
Yeah.
So I can't, you know what I mean? I don't speak on nobody relationship if they happy in it. So yeah. I leave that be. They ask me my opinion. Hey, I couldn't do it. But then I would want that type of same thing too for me. Mm-hmm. That's why I don't, when I listen or I watch other relationships, I like the qualities I see, but I don't apply it because whatever is going to be happening for me is going to happen in my way.
But you know, she does make a point. If you're dating over 50, whether you move in together or you don't move in together, right? You can break up or you can make it, right? That's their comfortability of what they needed to see before they get married. Because you can say, I'm going to do it the traditional way, and I'm not going to do this until this, right? And still, it does not work. So I think it's to your comfort level to each his own. when
Sounds
you
like
do
she
it.
did it traditionally, and
it didn't work.
Yeah,
You know, she said I did it for 27 years, and she said in 27 years, at the end of 27 years, I did not know this man. Now that part, I'm gonna say that she knew the man that she married. I think he changed, and maybe she changed along the way, and you don't know the person that you wake up next to. And I think that's what happened in my first marriage. It's like if you've been married to somebody for over 3 to 5 years, maybe 7, this does happen. I'm not gonna lie. You go to bed with a person, right? And one morning, nephew, this is the honest God truth, right? You wake up and you don't know who the hell the person is that's sleeping next to you. It's like when they come downstairs or they come out that bedroom, you come out that bedroom, they are completely different. And you don't know what the hell just happened. It happens sometimes overnight that the woman that you knew is not the woman that went into that bedroom with you last night. And you see her completely different. Don't ask me I don't know if you go into a time warp or time skips. I don't know. But sometimes when you're in a marriage, bro, you can wake up and y'all are totally two different people.
And there wasn't signs before that?
No.
Or you just haven't seen the signs before?
Bro, listen to what I'm telling you. And,
No,
and I'm not trying to be anything extra right now. I'm being very open, honestly, and transparent. It was one morning with my first wife. We went to bed that night. We was cool. That next morning when she walked down those steps, nephew, it was a different feel in the air.
She looked the same?
No. It was something about the way she came downstairs and looked in her eye for me that I knew that we was in trouble. And the energy was off from that point on.
Did you have an argument the night?
No. We went to bed, we woke up, we was in a different place the next morning. Now, there may have been some things that happened, but I think when it dawns on the person that it dawns on at the time, it seems like it's overnight. Because it's like a epiphany hit you like, oh crap, this ain't good. It ain't always times because of an argument or something that happened because somebody cheat. It's a moment you look into your wife or your husband's eyes and you know, oh crap, we're in trouble. Oh crap, something is wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Oh crap, I don't want you.
No, bro, it's hard to explain on this microphone, but close your eyes and imagine that the room that you're looking in right now, right, wherever you are. If you're doing it, if you're driving, don't do it. But if you're in your room now, look at the room that you're looking in and close your eyes and imagine that room that when you wake up, that there's completely different furniture in that room. Right? And you're like, where the hell did that come from when I open up my eyes? That's what it's like, bro. It's like the color didn't change in the room. The furniture the same, but the color didn't change, and nobody painted the room. Right? You'd be like, what the walls in here is white. How the hell they all get red? What? Where did the purple come from? You know what I'm saying? It's something different. And you're trying to now backpedal and figure out what the hell is going on. And that person looking at you like, why are we together? Or what are we doing here? Or why are we doing this? And you feel the vibe coming on. And by the time it's there, but the onslaught is there, your marriage is pretty much over. If you don't seek therapy, if you don't seek help, if you don't seek marriage counseling, and sometimes it's beyond reproach. You know what I mean? So that's tough, bro. My first wife, I saw it happen. Now, my second wife, I know exactly what happened, right? How we got there. You know what I'm saying? But my first wife, bro, I should have still been married to my first wife. But man, when I saw what I saw, it was like, damn. But one thing I've always said, if I was ever to talk back to my first wife, she would tell me, and I know I would tell her, we should have never got a divorce. We should have never got a divorce.
Wait, Okay, so that just gave me a flash.
What's that?
So if y'all both can say that y'all knew y'all shouldn't have got a divorce, why overreact to that feeling you was just talking about?
Because we were too young and dumb to. Me and her were both egotistical persons, right? And I haven't talked to my ex-wife, bro, in maybe 10, 12
When we
years.
got married? Well, when did y'all get married?
We got
What
married when I
ages?
was 20. No, when I was 32 years old. When I was 32.
You got married to her when you was 32?
I got 22. I think it was 29.
That's not young.
No, I wasn't young, but we got married. I think I was either 29 or 32, somewhere from there when we got married. But I haven't talked to her, but I would go on the record right now to say, and I would put up $1,000 that if you talk to my ex-wife, even if she's married to somebody else right now, my first one, the first one, not my second one. My second was like hell no, but my first one, she would say we should have never got divorced. I promise you, she would say that. We haven't talked since I left Japan. No, we did talk since I left Japan. I haven't talked to my ex-wife since I'm gonna say about 10 years.
Does that not give you whiplash?
It doesn't. It just lets me know that when you make decisions, and I'm more mature now. I know how to think about things right now. Yeah. In that time, I didn't know how to fight for something. I was just young, man, and when you think the world is yours, and you got plenty of time in your life, and things are not what you wanted to be. Sometimes you don't fight what you should fight for. I didn't know I should have fought for that. I didn't, and I don't think she knew she should have fought for me at that time. Now she may be happily married to another dude right now. I wish him the best. Yeah, but I'm saying if you asked her without her husband around. Right, because you can't say it. You can't say that. But I'm saying, if you asked her truthfully, right, and me and her was in a room, I don't have any love for her like I want to be back with her now. That love is gone. I don't have that. I don't. But just because I know what I know about her, and she knows about me, that she would say we shouldn't get divorced. I'm 99.999% sure, 99% sure she would say that because. We were that couple. We really were. We got a divorce out of ego on my part, right? Her part too. But if I had capitulated to something that she wanted, we would still be together, and I did. And that's okay. So I can admit, man, I screwed up my first marriage. I should have capitulated, and I did not capitulate what she wanted me to do, and that just threw everything through a tailspin.
Oh my God, no, it did,
bro. You did, bro. Listen. My ego had to work for me, 90%.
That 10%.
Oh, let me say 80% of the time, but that 20%, bro, it hurt. It hurt, bro. It's good to be a strong black man and go in and the hell with everybody. I'm gonna do what I want to do because this is what I believe. If you don't believe in me, I'm gonna carry the torch by myself up the hill. Damn y'all! There's some times, bro. When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall, and in the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It be times, bro. As you get older, you be like, man, I screwed that up. I messed that up. How many of y'all have a moment like, well, ladies, come on now. How many times you have been in your room when you're alone in your room? Sometimes you stare at the walls, and in the back of your mind, you hear your conscience call, right? And you like, damn, I messed that up. He was a good dude. How many times, ladies? Come on, ladies and gentlemen. How many times, right? Y'all acting like I'm the only one to listen to LL, right? Mm-hmm. The only one to sit back in my room and say, sometimes when I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the walls and in the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call. And you say to yourself, oh man, I messed that up. That was on me. Zero? Never?
Yeah, I got 0 on my end.
Wow, who the hell was y'all dating? Y'all pick wrong as hell. If y'all talking about y'all ain't never been in a relationship where you messed up, I regret getting a divorce, but it was the best decision at that moment. I can understand that. Yes, I picked wrong. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Cause man, there are times, bro, when you got with some good folks, man, and you was a problem, or you chose wrong. Because sometimes you choose beauty, sometimes you choose money, sometimes you choose height, sometimes you know what I'm saying. You choose for the wrong reason.
I'm sure I did choose the wrong reasons, but I don't look back at it as if that could have went. I feel like it went just like I was supposed to. I don't.
So you in love? Have you ever been in love though?
I don't. That's fair. That's fair. I feel like I did definitely with my first. She was my first everything, but me looking back at it, I'm like, oh, well, it just happened like it was supposed to. I don't dwell on it. I got things where, you know what I mean, and I don't break off with anybody and not have it at least seem mutual, especially with ones I'm just talking to. I don't have it to where it's not at least mutually we know where it is, so we're just gonna move on. Mostly everybody move on. So if I look back at the relationship, I'm not even really trying to think about all of the bad stuff. You know, I know it happened. If I'm reminiscing on, oh, that was nice. Well, that was cool. But I'm not, yo, we need to try this again to redo it, or man, it should have went yada 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 for it to last yada yada yada. I'm thinking it ran its course. Because I can say for a fact with my first one, I'm sure she would love the dude I am now compared to the dude I was then. But the dude I am now, honestly, wouldn't talk to her. The dude I am now wouldn't even, oh, that was the thing that happened. Not to diminish her or be like she ain't important. No, she was very much necessary for the growth in the guy I am now. But if I was already the guy I am now, we wouldn't have never talked.
And Chris asked a great question, y'all. If you had a bad relationship, right? Does that mean you never loved them?
Nah. You just had a bad relationship. I believe that a lot of folks have bad relationships, but there's genuine love that was in it. It's just how folks interpret how they love, and it's how folks use the feeling that they are in to interpret what they're going through.
Okay,
like I can say for a fact, and it's subjective, but for an abusive relationship, for the woman that still chooses to be there, we can't tell her that she doesn't need to or that she can't love this guy that still have been hurting her.
Right.
It's just they interpret their love in a very violent and unhealthy way, which is best for them not to be together because they don't know how to show their love in a way that's one, productive, and two, that's nurturing. But for each individual, I'm very sure I love this person with all my heart. It's just how I'm loving you is very detrimental and it's violent to both of us.
All right, guys, do me a favor. I want to get it to 20,000. I'm at 13,000 there, so I need. If there's enough people here, if y'all
get that tapping on.
If y'all like,
I'm gonna tap with y'all.
Y'all go ahead on the tap and tap this thing. Get me up to 20,000. I want to see 20,000. Y'all can hit that tap button. That's free. Now, I want to ask this question to women, right?
No, I'm not claiming violence is love, though. That's ignorant to take it like that. No, I'm not claiming that violence is love. I'm saying how people choose to show their love.
Some people
are
but your violence is not love to the average person. Some people don't recognize love without it. I'm not condoning it or condemning it. It's to each his own, wherever you may find yourself in that situation. But we have to realize when life get to life, and for some people, that's the way they understand love.
Yeah, like
whether it's right or wrong or not, I'm not going to get into that. But there are people that are in relationships right now. Listen to our show. That's love for them.
Or they can't interpret you loving them without having this happen.
Right.
Like it's some folks, it's
yeah.
Oh, you don't really want to fight for me if we ain't got an argument and we
Right.
settled it over sex.
Right.
Like that's not a healthy way to do that, but for them, that's how they interpreting that. Love.
Right. And that's not my way. But I can't go out because I know people close to me that are in that situation. Right.
And so, it's toxic.
You know, I can't.
That's what it is. It is BS.
I'm gonna agree with everybody that's saying, but I'm telling y'all, man, and we all, I ain't gonna say we all, but some of us know people in those situations, and they choose not to leave because that's their life, that's their journey. Whatever that may have been, however they got there, that's where they are. And you can't pull them out of that toxicity that we consider toxicity, they consider love.
Yeah, if you know you ain't toxic or that's not how you show love, then cool. We can take us out of it. Like I'm not going through trying to be violent or whoever it is I love either. Right. But there are people that's like, yo, if you're not taking it to this type of level with me, you're not showing me you love me. In fact, I'm probably not even going to interpret anything you do as love me.
MD, we agree with you what you're saying, right? In premise, but we can't go out and say, like I said, bro, I know somebody very close to me that they have been going through this all their life. And that's love for them. And you can't tell them any different. No matter how you explain it, no matter who says it. Pastor, to a friend, to a brother, to a sister, to a sibling, or to a child. Right? You can't change a person's mind when they think, when they have planted in their head or been groomed to believe their abuser is love and their lover. I want to understand. I want to debate you on debate though. I'm just telling you what I know for a fact that's factual in my life personally. That's some people's reality. I don't agree with it. I'm with you 1,000%. But let's not be naive to say that that's not what some people that's listening to our show consider their love language, unfortunately. Yeah, toxic is not yeah, I mean, man, one thing I have learned not to do, America, I don't fight someone's battles anymore. You can't. You know what I mean? When someone wants to be in the water with the sharks and they will let you get eaten by the sharks if you come in and try to save them, you gotta let them be out there, bro.
Unfortunately.
Bro, because they will drown you or kill you along the way or get you hurt in the midst of trying to save them. I'm gonna say this to some people. Some people don't want to be saved. Take that for the word. Some people do not want to be saved. They are happy right where they are. For whatever their reasons are, right? For whatever their reasons are. It ain't for me to understand anymore. I had to pull myself out of it and I had to walk away and say, you know, enough is enough. Right. Whatever that toxicity is for you and it works, just don't call me talking about it. Because see, sometimes those same people will talk to you about their toxic situation, but if you come to try to save them, they're the same ones throwing darts at you, throwing rocks at you to tell you to stay away. They just want to vent about it, but they don't want to leave. Stay away from those people. Wish them the best. pray for them, but don't try to save them because they don't want to be saved. I'm so serious when I say that.
You know what else I would have said? I ain't got nothing for me. Amen. But yeah, that's only like I was only mentioning that for an example of folks that can go through bad relationships. That's just one aspect to a bad relationship. They can still have both parties really be in love. There's other bad relationships, like a dude can be a habitual or a woman can be a habitual cheater. They stay cheating, but they'll swear up and down. I have nothing but love for the person. It's just I'm in habits.
I'm almost at 20. I'm at 17. We got about 5 minutes left. Keep hitting the like button.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's go. We got 10 minutes. I know we can get to 20 in 10 minutes, y'all. Let's do it.
Yeah, I do believe that. There does have to, he said there has to be some type of mental disconnect if that's how they receive. And a lot of folks get mentally put out of it or mentally warped into thinking you can't accept love any other way.
Let me say this. In the situation I know, the situations that I know, most people are feeling like that. They are, number one, they either didn't know their father, they didn't know their mother. Right. The guy or the woman that came in, they feel that void. They was there when nobody else was there during tough times in their life. And they feel that they owe that person everything because when nobody else believed in them, their own mama, their own daddy, that person did everything for them. And once that person did everything for them, they groomed them and made them start to think that you owe me now because when your mama and your daddy didn't want you, guess what? Who was there for you? So when whatever I say, whatever I do, that's what goes. And at some point, that becomes that person's ritual, that becomes that person's mentality, and they start to believe that because that person that's grooming you cut you off from the rest of the world. They will show you everything bad about everybody else. That person don't love you. That person don't care for you. That person ain't gonna do this. As soon as that person does one thing wrong, they're gonna make you cut off ties with that person. They're grooming you, right? And then in your mind, you start to look at everything bad about everybody else, right? And when you start looking at bad about everybody else, the only person that's good in your life is the person that's showing you everything, the bad parts of everybody else. So you'll never look at the bad parts of the person that's telling you this stuff. You protect them. And you can't, at some point, they stop thinking for themselves. The person that they're with is thinking for them, right? And a lot of women fall prey to that. A lot of men take women when they have been through other situations and they come in as the hero. They find them, they groom them, right? And women let down their defense, let them in, and let them take care of them because that's what they've been longing for. That's what they needed at that moment. Nobody else was there for them. We don't have to understand it, y'all. You don't have to want to believe people go through that. But if you don't know your mama, if you don't know your daddy, and if somebody came in and saved you and put clothes on your back and fed you and gave you a house and gave you a car and gave you everything that nobody ever did for you, and everybody else telling you want to be nothing, and now you have something. A lot of women fall prey to that, and they wind up being groomed by that man that they marry, and they will give their life for that guy because of how bad he is.
That can be dudes too. Yeah, that can be dudes too. A lot of people do that.
Like I said, I don't know dudes in that situation, but I do know women, a few women, that when you talk to them, right?
I'll say this, it do look different. It do look different.
Like I said, I don't know, because I've never talked to a dude that been groomed by me, but I've talked to plenty of women that been groomed by
not the grooming aspect, just the abusive part.
Yeah, because I know women, bro. They can talk bad of you. They can talk bad about that man to you, but as soon as you start to say something bad about that man, they're gonna check you.
Mm-hmm.
They check you quick, fast. Don't do that. No, that's my husband. No. He's a good man. How many people have been there? He's a good man. He's a good man. He may have his faults, but he's a good man. I'm not gonna let you do that to him. But she just went on for a whole hour talking bad about him, right? But then when you say something bad about this guy, right, or you cut too deep, she's like, oh, hell no. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Y'all, we got to 20,000. Wait a minute. Christy, nephew. Well, Christy did this. Like I told you, nephew.
You see me over here tapping?
I saw you tapping.
All right. I put some work in. But Christy did it.
Thank you, guys. We got the 20,000 day on life, y'all. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. We got there, man. What a blessing, man. But yeah, y'all just be careful, ladies. And the purpose of this conversation today was a couple of things. And I want to thank Erica Barker for coming on to the show today and being transparent to share her story. That was brave. Thank you, guys. But the purpose of the show today was, number one, when you start to date single women and they have kids, think about what you're getting into as a male, right? And women, when you're dating, when you got kids, think about what you want from a man, because eventually, you want the man to be around your kids. That's the first part. Number two, we also talked about on the show today, and something to think about to take away. Don't let nobody tell you what your love life need to look like after 40 and 50 if you've been divorced from somebody and you've been through the numbers. It ain't no time too short or no time too long. That's your time. Erica Barker has shown us that, right? She said, I'm building this airplane, he's building this airplane, so we're doing what the hell we want to do. Y'all can have your opinions on it, but we don't give a damn, right? We're going to do what we do, and we're going to move the way we move. And I think everybody should move like that. You know what I'm saying? Your time is your time. Your journey is your journey. Whatever Joe Lockett, a nephew, or anybody says, we do this show, but we want you to think for yourselves when you're in this situation. Find love that finds you. Find what fits for you. Don't go to what Joe Lockett narrative may be for you. That ain't it. Find your narrative, find your man, find your woman. Let love find you. And whatever that looks like, whether it's living together after 1 day, 2 days, 1 year, 2 years, that's your life. What we want on this show, on this platform, is for you to find love. For you to be happy with yourself, not to put the responsibility on somebody else. That is my goal each and every day for everybody to listen to our show, is for you to find your true happiness, find out what your love language is, and find somebody who's going to be with you. And then find out how to treat people. That's our purpose on the show. Nephew, you got anything you want to add to it? Namaste.
Namaste.
All right, guys. You guys know how your boy feel about you, right? Jatim, te amo, ashtamas. Little bit. What does all that mean? It means your boys are Lockett nephew. That means we love you. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. Good night.